My name is Inkalubo Ronald. I do a bachelor's in science in accounting and finance. I'm under the BAM faculty. My registration number is 2021-B181-11229. I'm going to talk about the transportational model of my company, but first and foremost, I would love to first introduce my company. My company name is Kasao Grain Millers. Kasao Grain Millers is located in Natete, Kampala, Central Uganda, and it uses raw materials like maize, which we get from Masaka, Mukono in southern region, and from Jinja. Then we have rice, which we get from areas of around Lake Choga, and wheat, which we get from areas of Kabale, Kapchora, and Bundibujo. And then we have soya grain. Kasao Grain Millers produces products such as rice, maize flour, porridge, and wheat flour that is of high quality and good packaging in the market. Kasao Grain Millers distributes its products to various marketplaces, which include Kenya, Sudan, DRC, Rwanda, and some parts of the country, like for example in Kampala, Chikubo, areas that have schools in the country. They match the grain products like posho, like porridge. Kasao Grain Millers majorly uses road routes such as Kampala Northern Bypass Highway, Kampala Jinja Highway through Mabira Forest, Kampala Entebbe Road Highway, Kampala Masaka Road, Bombo Road, Kampala Ntinda Chiwatule Road, and Jinja Iganga Bujiritoro Road. Kasana Grain Millers uses road transport as its mode of transport and not railway, not water, and not the air transport model. Because the road transport is best suited and economical to carry small traffic or consignments over short distances. The main aim of the road transportational model Kasao Grain Millers uses is to minimize the total cost of transporting goods from the area of supply, which is Natete, to final destinations such as Kenya, Sudan, Congo, and some parts of the country. Some of the main objectives of Kasao Grain Millers using road transportational model include: number one, ensuring that the demand requirements at each destination are known, such that oversupplying or undersupplying products to the customers is limited. Number two, capacity at each supply location is limited to avoid wastage, which can lead to losses of the company. There are many factors which were considered by Kasao Grain Millers when choosing the road transportational mode of transport. There are many reasons as to why Kasao did not use the water transport, the air transport, or the railway transport. Some of the factors that made road transport our best model in transportation and minimizing costs include: one, cost of service. When it comes to the cost of service, road transport is the best for Kasao Grain Millers because it can carry small consignments over short distances in time and at cheaper costs, which helps Kasao Grain Millers lower its cost of production compared to other models of transport like the air transport, water transport, and water transport. Number two, speed of transport. When it comes to the speed of transport, the best mode of transport for Kasao Grain Millers is still road transport because it is quicker when it comes to delivering products to customers in time, since it has alternatives of routes compared to other models of transport like the air transport, the water transport, and the rail transport. Because, like I will say, the air transport has got only one route and it is limited in terms of time because it has a time schedule in which it moves. When it comes to the water transport, it also has a time schedule and it has a specific route which it uses when it comes to the water bodies. Then the railway transport, that's also self-explanatory because a railway, where the railway passes, is automatically where the train has to pass. So it's a limited route. So in case of a problem, the the railway is also not favorable. But when it comes to the road transport has got alternatives of routes, which makes the road transport the best model for delivering Kasao Grain Millers products, since the goods are delivered in time and time it's time efficient. Number 3, flexibility. For the case of flexibility, transportation of Kasao Grain Millers products, road transport is still the best model because it is not tied to one route when it comes to accessing customers. It's not tied to time schedules, can operate at any time, and can easily reach business premises for loading and unloading, compared to other models of transport, like for example the air transport. The air transport is fixed when it comes to the route, and it is time scheduled, because there's always that time whereby the plane has got to wait for the load, and there's that time whereby the plane is supposed to be taking the load, so which is not uh, time friendly. Then the same to the water transport. The water transport is also tied to one route, and also it is time scheduled. The same to the railway transport. So this makes road transport still the best model for Kasao grain millers, because it is flexible. And lastly, safety. When it comes to safety, the model of transportation Kasao grain millers still uses is road transport, because the road transport incurs less accidents compared to other models of transport, of air transport and water transport. These transport models are way more risky compared to the road transport. So when our company is using the road transport, we're a bit secure about the safety of our products, because security wise and when it comes to their safety, it is the best transportational model. Now we talked about choosing the road transport as our mode of transportation. uh, I will say that the road transport has helped our company to minimize costs and also to maximize costs. Some of the reasons that have helped us minimize costs and to increase the profit margin still will include the cost of service of the road transport model. I'll say that when it comes to the cost of service, road transport is still the best for Kasao grain millers, because it can carry small assignments over short distances in time at cheaper costs, which helps Kasao grain millers to lower its cost of production, and then which increases its profit margin, because the transportational costs are lowered down. Number 2, we have got speed of transport. When it comes to the speed of transport, the best mode of transport still is Kasao grain millers. For Kasao grain millers is the road transport. Uh, it is the best because, as number 2, speed of transport. When it comes to the speed of transport, the best mode of transport is still Kasao grain millers is still road transport model, because it is quicker when it comes to delivering goods to customers in time, since it has alternatives of routes compared to other models of transport like air transport, water transport, and railway transport. Now, this mode of transport, being that it can help our company easily access the customers, makes our costs of production lower. This lowers our cost of production, and then it increases our profit margin, as we talked about it before. Number 3, another reason as to why the road transport helps our business to lower or to minimize the cost of production and increase the profit margin is flexibility. For the case of flexibility, transportation of Kasao grain millers products it is still the best model because it is not held to one route when it comes to accessing the customers. It it is not it is not tied when it comes to time schedules, and can operate at any time and can easily reach business premises for loading and unloading compared to other business transporting models like the air transport, the water transport, and the railway transport. Now, with this helps to reduce our cost of production, and then it helps to increase our profit margin because we easily reach the customers in time and we can easily reach them with the various routes in case our one route has got a problem. So that is another point for this, the use of this transportational model. Number four, lastly, we have uh, a point of safety, which can also help us minimize costs and increase the profit margin when it comes to our company of Asao Grain Millers using the road transportational model. When it comes to the safety mode of transportation, road transport is actually the best simply because it incurs less accidents compared to other transports, and because of this, uh, we have little we expect little losses, which helps our company to lower the costs of production, and then which increases our profit margin since all the produced goods reach safely to the customers, which in return bring to our company revenue.